Hello my Wolfpack puppies, WolfPup14 here, and today in this video I will be reviewing the first episode of the Black Butler Public School arc. Recently it was released on April 13th at around 9 a.m. Pacific time. So this is a little later. When I hopefully publish it, it's going to be maybe 6 days later. Anyway, let's get right into it. So how I'm going to do this is I will be watching along and mentioning anything. I'm not going to be showing any of the animation or video. I will be showing screenshots, but I don't want to get copyright and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just going to follow along and comment along with it. I do also have, if you can hear, I do also have the mangas that the episode followed. And I saw on a post by someone on Instagram, I'll be using multiple sources, Instagram, quite possibly Twitter, I don't know, or X, now that it's called that. It's the first episode centers around chapters 67 to 68. So 67, the last chapter of volume 14, and then it goes to 68, so very first chapter of the 15th manga. And as I'm looking through this, actually, it actually does perfectly. So let's begin. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to try to cut it up into shorter pieces. They're just audio files, so I don't think they'll take up that much space. I have my headphones in, so thankfully you can't hear any of the audio as well. Anyway, let's begin. Right off the bat, we get amazing visuals that the studio Cloverworks has made. I feel like there was one other studio that helped along making the animation for this series, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip ahead. Cha-cha-cha. It's an intro of him getting initiated into the school. Excuse me if my chair pops. Let's talk about the intro, actually. It starts off nice and calm and smooth, and you think it's gonna be like another, let's say, a silent intro. Actually, really, none of the intros in Black Butler were that soft and smooth. The song Enamel for the Book of Circus intro by Sid, that was not very calm. So it reminds me of that. What can I talk about the intro with? Amazing panels, I can say. I'm really impressed with the animation so far. Here we go, yes. We've seen a teaser of what CL's Covenant looks like, but in the animation, it's just such a cool style, and when he turns his head. So that's the first thing. Shards of glass, okay, yep. I did like how Sebastian engulfed CL underneath his cloak, which is kind of a nod to something that's in the future. Also, very good. Very good. I love seeing the prefects all standing next to each other, and then Sebastian and CL are in the middle. And, there might be someone in the background. Again, that's something I can see. I think I have it in a Twitter X post, actually. Let me pull that one up. Yes. So this one's by Mochi Mochi Moon 3. That's their handle. And you can actually see, let's say, another character. I'm not going to say who. I'm going to point out what is the most interesting part of the intro, in my opinion. And it's coming up. The hands. Hands are amazing. Yeah, I don't know what that thing was with the eye. It was just a little bit creepy, but I guess. Oh, what is with the gigantic skeleton titan above the school? What is that? What does that have to do with anything in Black Butler? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm caught up with the season, with the mangas. I know what's happening. Every so often, I go into the chapters. Let me look up which chapter they're currently on. I know that with the English translations of the manga, they did misnumber them. Okay, nope, never mind. They matched it up. They matched it up. Let's see. The most recent chapter was... I'm going to double check. I'm going to use multiple sources. Okay, so it looks like here, and most likely on both sides. So the most recent chapter is chapter 210, where they're working on an arc that focuses more around the servants. That's all I'm going to say about it. And it is not in tankobon form. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Let me double check. Okay, it says tankobon, but anyway, it's not in that form yet. But I don't remember seeing any Titan monstery thing. I guess it's just to show. The rest of the intro is a lot of shadows. Maybe it's supposed to be Sebastian's forms in a way. But here's one of my favorite parts. So, yeah, the Titan confused me, and then the skull was a little creepy, but that adorable little nod from Seal. It wasn't really a nod, it was a twist. Absolutely love the intro, how we zoom out and see him holding the little crumpet in his mouth. That is adorable. So this is the first time we actually get to see the animation. Most of it earlier was just the setting. So this is our first look at what CL looks like. They're going to go through a little bit of the exterior of the school, just like in the trailer. Very first thing, he steps on the grass, which... Hold on, let me grab my manga. Maybe I can find like a printing of it on the internet, and like I'll remove the text just in case. I don't know. I see that when people show it. Let's see. He steps on the grass. Everything follows the panel very closely, which I'm impressed by and I'm very happy about. The animation is different from what we've seen before, but in such a cool original way for just the fact that Black Butler is coming back in 2024. I've noticed with the animation that a lot of the characters have like glossy looks, glossy reflections on their faces, which I'm fine with. It's just compared to the manga, I don't notice that as much. What an excellent first, compare how shiny CL's hair and skin is to Macmillan when we first meet Macmillan. What an amazing intro for such a fun, loving character. There's this one scene, we'll get to it, where he looks like a hamster. We will get there. Oh my goodness, the backgrounds when Macmillan is introducing each of the characters' houses with their designated prefects. I don't know if I can name all of these. We've got roses. We got something that looks a little bit like lilies. We've got kind of not an evergreen, but like maple leaves. And then we've got, are those like geraniums or no, not geraniums. Yeah, they're kind of like dahlias, I guess. That's not exactly the one that I was thinking of, but I think the closest one I can find now is a dahlia. So that'll work out. And then for this one, hold on, I want to find apricot blossom. Purple apricot blossoms, it looks like. No, they're a little too rounded. Oh! Geranium or gerbera. I thought maybe it could be a gerbera. Now that I'm looking at it, the flower for Gregory Violet Wolfhouse is not. It's a dahlia. It looks very similar to a dahlia. It makes sense since they kind of have a purple hue. I'm just trying to figure out Lawrence Bluer's, the Sapphire Owl House. Which one is that? Guys, I think it looks close to, I don't know, it's like a lily in some way, but not. Oh, maybe it's a bluebell. Nope, because the centering, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. The only thing, the closest thing that I could find, or a lily. Oh, that's the word. That's the word I was looking for. A lily. It might be like a blue lily. Are blue lilies a thing? They're probably a thing. Well, if it's not a blue lily, the closest thing that I could find to it would have to be the first one that I named, and I actually can't find it again, so I don't know what it's called. But the first option I would say is closest. Moving on. The introduction to the P4 is, let's see, comparing. The close-up of their faces is similar. Oh, as are the stands. Okay, so they actually did pretty well. That's impressive. There! He looks like a hamster. Right here. I'm going to show a picture. I think it's because of how they drew his mouth. Anyway, after the introduction, he's talking about how they're going to be late to the lesson. And that is the end of that scene. I noticed something. I had a strange, irking feeling that they skipped a scene. And as opposed, actually, to the manga, they did skip over the scene where CL is reviewing with Sebastian over the letter that he had just gotten from Her Majesty, Queen Victoria. They didn't skip it. The scene will be shown, but it shows up later than in the anime episode. The start of the scene that you're seeing a screenshot of right here actually is the next one after CL's meeting with Sebastian. I'm actually very impressed at how they used a little bit of English, which must have been a thing in... I don't have the Japanese version of the manga. I have the English version. But they used English for the boy up. And they were actually able to, using the tiniest panel here of CL slowly walking into line with the other boys. They used the boy to the right of Macmillan. And then they just had to come up with appearances for the other boys, which was hilarious. There's the intro. Can we just talk about how adorable the voice acting was when CL was being thrown up using the... What is that? Using, it's kind of like a bed sheet or tarp. Very adorable. Let's see. Next, let's talk about Sebastian's intro. Okay. Amazing. They've been avoiding showing his face. I mean, they showed his face in, the first couple of trailers. But in his, housemaster... it's called, in his housemaster outfit, they've avoided showing him. So this is the first time we get to see Sebastian's face in his housemaster form. If we actually, to be honest, if we actually compare side by side what Sebastian looks like in the anime versus in the manga, it's pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. It's shiny. His face is shiny, let's say. In fact, I'm actually going to get a screenshot here because I don't know the next time on when I'll be able to get that. So, here we go. Screenshot of Sebastian's face. I can notice a couple differences, and it's not just the reflections. It's a little bit of the hairstyle, and let's see. No, it's just the hairstyle. I noticed just that one strand hanging there, kind of tucked away. Okay, and that is the end of the first chapter of the public school arc, but last chapter of the 14th manga. And the 14th manga mostly consists of the luxury liner arc. Interesting. How interesting. The manga ends on him meeting Sebastian. But the start of the 15th manga, it's a recap. It's a recap, and we're led into the headmaster's office, which, again, will be a later scene. Is it just not here? Can I not find it? I feel like I remember seeing this scene somewhere. Ah ha ha! It's right here. Okay, so again, they spun a couple of the scenes around. Basically, we don't get to see CL be helped up or greeted by Sebastian in the manga. Yeah, I'm looking, man. I'm looking. It's a cute little interaction between them. 9 a.m. What was it? I'm so slow with Roman numerals. Oh! Yes, volume 14. And then... Actually, let me check again. So, the part where basically we get... if... I'm gonna skip through this. I know what is it? Anyway, after the introduction, Skipping. We skip past this and we, this scene that, hold on, I'm watching this. Basically, let me pause so I save on time. Oh, wait, nope.